from 0 to pi of secant squared t over 4, which I'm going to write as 1/4 t, dt. Okay, so Andrew, you wrote the question down, and what were your thoughts?
I thought I'd use the u as t, or the 1/4 t.
Okay, so this seems totally reasonable. Now, my question for you is, last class we did definite integrals in 2 different ways. One, we separated it and said, okay, let's do the indefinite integral and then go back and work with it. And the other way was, let's change the boundaries.
I changed the boundaries.
You changed the boundaries. Okay.
I think I got confused when I did that.
All right, well, let's go ahead and see what happens. So we'll let u be equal to t over 4 or 1/4 t. So some things that have to happen here, we'll take our derivative, du over dt equals 1/4. And so when I solve this, my dt is going to be equal to 4 du. So the information that I'll need is that I'll need that u is equal to 1/4 t, and I'll need that dt is equal to 4 times du. Now, in addition to these, because this is a definite integral, I'm going to need to change the boundaries. And so when t is equal to 0, then I can use my u sub choice here and say, okay, then u will be equal to 1/4 times 0, which is 0. So our new bottom boundary will still be 0. And when t is equal to pi, remember these are t boundaries, and I know that because I have a dt at the end. When t is equal to pi, then u will be equal to 1/4 times pi, which is pi over 4. So my top boundary is pi over 45 degrees. Okay, so this is what I've got. And then I have secant squared of u, and dt is equal to 4 du. Okay, any questions up until here? So because this is a definite integral, my choices are either change the boundaries to u boundaries, or erase the boundaries entirely, find the antiderivative, and then plug in your original t boundaries once you've found the antiderivative. Okay, so here I can pull out the 4 in the front, and I have the integral from 0 to pi over 4 of secant squared u du. And so now I need to know an antiderivative for secant squared.
Tangent.
Yeah, this should be tangent. So derivative of tangent is secant squared. And so I've got 4 times tangent of u evaluated between 0 and pi over 4.
So 1 minus 0.
What's that?
4 minus
4
0.
minus 0. Oh,
yeah.
coefficients.
Yeah, so right now all I've done here is write down my antiderivative. Technically I've got plus c, but because it's a definite integral, they're going to cancel, so I don't even worry about writing it down. Okay, so here we go. We've got 4 times the tangent of our top number, tangent of pi over 4, minus 4
0
times, plugging in the bottom number, tangent of 0. And we are 1 step away from completing this problem. We're totally done with all the calculus, though. Are there any questions about the calculus so far? Okay. All right, so final steps. Tangent of pi over 4, if I wasn't sure about that, I could remind myself, but tangent is opposite over adjacent. It's a 45-degree angle, so it's going to be a value of 1. So we have 4 times 1, and tangent of 0 is 0. And so our final answer is 4. All right, other questions on 39? All right, any more practice problem questions?
43.
43?
If we have time, something like number 6 on the homework.
So 43, something like like number, like on the turn-in?
Number 6.
Okay. So something like
I mean, you could do that one if you want, but